Gandour, and I will be starting this webinar. I'm the business specialist at the libraries. I'm joined by Ms. Fatmi Sharafuddin, who is the Associate University Librarian for Research and Academic Collaboration. And I'm also joined by Carla Shalhoub, who's the Head of Access Services, and who will talk to us mostly about copyright and other restrictions in the classroom. I'm sorry, I'm just a person host. Okay. Now, so the session will cover the following more or less outline. We're going to talk about reasons to include videos in your teaching and best practice to do so. We're also going to look at where you will find library databases, where you will find the videos in those databases, and where you will find those videos as well in open access resources. We're then going to talk a bit about how to incorporate those videos in your classroom through the platforms that we have at AUB or through other useful platforms. And then we're going to talk about what videos you are allowed to share and what you're not allowed to share, especially given the copyright and other restrictions. Now, let's, just to start off the conversation, and try to look at the reasons behind including videos in the classroom. First of all, videos, because of the type of media they create a source of sense of presence, whereby students feel that somebody is there talking to them, be it their instructor, be it a presenter, an expert, or even if it's an animation, it just feels like, with the remote setting that we're in, it feels like there is more presence in the online sessions. It also gives a unique perspective because things are visually appealing, so they are showing in the in a visual way that would attract the student or the learner, and that would sort of give leeway to creative ways to describe something or to animate it or to put it forward. It's also a very good opportunity to demonstrate a process through video because of the number of steps. Instead of having a sort of monotonous explanation about something, you could also animate it or have it in a sort of using pictures or items that are also explaining the process in a simpler way. It's also very important for intellectual exchanges. So using video will help have conversations in the classroom. It will help us have discussions. It would help also portraying points of view in a way that you feel that the student is present and ready for an interactive conversation. And it also provides real-world connections whereby you can relate to other people or other situations that you depict in the videos. Ideally speaking, when we share a video in the classroom, we have to look at the content. We have to try to have something that is interactive to a certain extent. It has to be up to date, especially if the subject is a current one. Ideally speaking, just to make sure that the point is, thorough yet clear for the students, the video should not exceed a 10-minute time frame. There are, of course, exceptions to this. So if an instructor is, for example, putting a video on the side that is an excerpt from a movie or a documentary or something, this is another case. But however, if we're talking about concepts or quick learning opportunities, we should limit the length to 10 minutes if possible. Excuse me. Also, we need to look at the speakers in the videos. They need to be experts in the field or opinionated, individuals that also have an impact. So it's important to look at that, of course. And as much as possible, we want to try to have the videos accessible and good quality, given the platforms that we have and the technological tools that we have. So this is also something we need to take into consideration when we're sharing videos. And of course, we always need to give credit to the source whenever we are sharing a video to make sure that we abide by AUB policy and by copyright law and other laws. In terms of the types of videos that we share in the classroom, there are different parts of the course that we might want to incorporate a video. So it could be an introduction video to introduce yourself or to introduce the subject that you're going to teach. It could be something to navigate through the course itself. So you walk them through, let's say, what is expected, what you're going to do the first 2 weeks, and then the other 2 weeks, etc. It could be to introduce a new unit or a topic. So throughout the semester, you might want to have a short video to introduce a topic and then maybe have a discussion. Videos are also very helpful for walkthrough demos. So for example, for us, when we are showing databases, we try to also include short videos, like a sort of tutorial to walk students or learners through the steps. Another way to incorporate videos is to actually provide project feedback through the video. So instead of the traditional sort of grading or discussion format, you might want to have the feedback through a short video. And of course, there are times when you have student-created videos that you might want to share in terms of, it could be a submission of a project and they're sharing with their colleagues. It could be, you know, like a short video to start a conversation among each other, etc. So this is just an overview of the types of videos and the points that we need to keep in mind when we share videos. Now, I'm going to start the first main section of the presentation, and it's basically how to find or where to find videos for using them in your courses. Now, in general, at the libraries, we have a lot of very interesting resources for videos. What you can do, an easy way to access those, is to go to the library's webpage and in the search all, to simply type in the keyword and then limit to full text online. After you do that, you will limit to content type by streaming video. And once you do that, you will find that you will have usually a comprehensive list of available videos that you can stream or use in your classrooms. Ideally speaking, the best way and the easiest way to do this is to copy the permanent link of the video and share it on Moodle or in your class. We're going to also talk about those channels as we go, and I will show you a demo towards the end of this section. So this is one way to find videos through the library webpage. So this is basically how it will look like. So you will limit to full text and then streaming video, and then you will use the permanent link. Another way to do this is to go to the database list and then limit the database type to multimedia. This way you would be looking at databases that are specialized mostly in multimedia or that have a big number of multimedia files within them. And when you get to that list, you can hover over the eye icon, which is next to the database, to learn more about the topics that it covers and the date range and the material type. Alternatively, you could go to multidisciplinary databases that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, such as Academic Search Ultimate, ProQuest Central, SpringerLink, etc. And you could go there and actually limit the type of material to video or to multimedia, depending on what the database allows. And a very important point here is that the features of these databases are what make them, of course, important for retrieving such information. In addition to them being done by experts, by being, you know, credible and of high caliber, the databases allow you to cite the videos. They also allow you, most of them, to create a clip from a particular video and share that particular clip. And they are also, long videos are divided by chapters, so you might also want to send the link to certain chapters to your students. I've listed here some specialized databases and some general ones. These are not, of course, this is not a comprehensive list. This is just to give you an example of the databases that we have which contain multimedia. So this is if you are searching for a video link. Another way to use multimedia in case you are searching for a particular movie or a part of a documentary or a movie, you can also search the library catalog and look for DVDs or other video items. And what you can do is you can request that the library actually digitizes a part of that item or that item in full, depending on the case. This is, of course, subject to copyright restrictions. So library staff will be able to tell you whether or not you can actually have this amount of that particular DVD, for example, to share. And you can do this by filling out a form, which is the faculty digitization request form. And someone from the library will be in contact with you to process this digitization. Ideally speaking, if the file is small and we provide you with a link, somehow you could share it on Moodle, but a better option and an option that is preferred by IT academics is to use Microsoft Stream. So what we would do is we would provide the item and you can upload it on Microsoft Stream, which is a part of our Microsoft 365, and it will get the video up there, and you will be able to share it with the students, and they can watch that part of the video or that clip or that video entirely, depending on the restrictions which we will talk about soon. I'm just going to very quickly show you how you can share, how you can find these items. So if you're on the library webpage, I'm going to share again. So if you go to the library web pages, like I said, so if I put in the word leadership, for example, and then I limit to full text online on the left, and then in content type, if you go to more, you will find streaming video. So, and then you click on apply. You will get all the results of videos that are about this keyword. And here under the preview, like I said, you can share the permalink with the students through Moodle or through email or through any preferred platform. Another way to do it is to go to databases and then limit by database type to multimedia. And then if you hover next to any database, you will see the types of the subjects and the date ranges. And you can check those databases in particular by, of course, typing in your keywords in them. As for DVDs, what you need to do is go to the library catalog and search there. You can go to advanced search and limit material type to DVD or to the type of item that you are looking for. Okay, so next it's Mrs. Fatma Sharafuddin, and I'm going to share my screen again. Sorry. And she's going to walk us through the open educational resources and the open access resources. Mrs. Fatmi, can you try to speak just so we make sure we can hear you?
Hello, I was muted, so welcome everybody, and I will continue this session by talking about the freely available resources, in particular videos. And these are videos that you can use in your classroom. Actually, these kind of videos that are in the public sphere, they are divided. We can put them under two categories. One is open educational resources, and the other is open access resources. Open educational resources are resources made by educators, by teachers, and they are posted on repositories for the purpose of sharing and collaboration with other teachers. So they are very useful and they are educational, and you can adapt them and change them. Open access resources, on the other hand, are freely available videos that are sometimes professionally done, and they are meant to be shared with everyone. And some of them are also could be lectures, class lectures, or public lectures. Both categories could be found on YouTube, but not all of them are on YouTube. Okay, next. So how do we define what are OER? OER are teaching and learning materials created by teachers from different institutions and are completely free to use under a Creative Commons license. So what is a Creative Commons license? This is a license that it determines how you can use this material. Most of the time and all the time, you can share it. You can use the material and you can revise it. Sometimes you can remix and change, and you can also distribute. So what are OER come in different types. You can find textbooks, course materials, and streaming videos. So our subject now is streaming videos. Okay, next. So where are OER kept? OER are usually uploaded into repositories, large repositories of OER, either under a subject or class. So these repositories collect OER from different institutions and teachers, and everyone can go and reuse these materials. Some of them, most of the OERs are governed by peer-reviewed or rating scales. And some of them are more popular than the others. Merlot is very popular and is very big, and it has videos, so you might want to use it and limit by video. And there are also search engines that can search through many repositories. One of them is Oasis, and it could search 117 different repositories. You can find a list of OER repository under this list here, OER repositories. So what is the best way to search and find OER? Maybe you can start by going to the biggest meta search engine for OER, which is called Mason, which searches many OER repositories, including Oasis. The advantage of searching one repository at a time is that one repository, some repositories have advanced features, such as you can limit your search by category of the user, by the discipline, the format, or the type of the license, of the Creative Commons license. Always remember that when you do a subject search, you limit your results in order to get videos. You limit your results to the type of material, which is video, or to the category of your students or your discipline. Okay, next. So this is a screen example of Merlot. As you see in Merlot, you can filter your results by discipline, like you can according to your discipline, and also by material type. Here, if you scroll down, you will get 2 videos. We started with animation, but you will get 2 videos. Then you limit your search to your discipline and videos. And next, this is the screen of Mason, which is the meta finder. As you can see, it searches many repositories, including Merlot, MIT OpenCourseWare, Oasis, the meta search we just talked about, open textbooks, JSTOR, open access books. So it's really very big. Okay, next. Now open access resources. These resources are, you can check and use reliable resources in open access, and this could be found into two categories. One is really they are educational, like the recorded lectures and video tutorials that are made available for everyone, but not necessarily the ones that you can share and distribute and change. These are just to share as is, like you cannot manipulate these objects. And these are MIT YouTube channel. Like these are lectures you can find on MIT YouTube channel, the Khan Academy, and edX. Also, the other place to look for open access resources are like there are many websites that provide them, and at the library we did prepare several research guides that to help you through this. One of them is find videos, is how to find videos. The other one is how to find videos in open access databases, and online resources for teaching and learning by subject. You can go, please, and look at these research guides. Now, YouTube, yes, you can use YouTube links in your learning management system, and many YouTube videos are available through Creative Commons license, which means you can adapt and change. And also many YouTube videos provide their code where you can embed them in your course. Okay, now I can give the floor to Carla, who will talk about how to, to Sahar back, how to to embed the resources in your course.
Thank you, Fatmi. Okay, so like we talked at the beginning, the videos can be used in different times during the online learning process. So they could be part of your asynchronous work that you want to, the students to dedicate some time to. They could be part of Moodle and part of an assignment or a reading list. And they could also be something that you're doing live during your sessions. And depending on when you are using the video and how you are using it, it's important to know how you can incorporate it. And this is why it's important to know like the general guidelines. So if you are sharing material through Zoom or WebEx, it has its own, way, best practice. It's okay to share something if you maybe credit the source to a certain extent. But again, we have to look at the copyright law and the restrictions, and Carla will talk more about this. What I also highlighted at the beginning, and I want to stress on, is if you get a video through our databases, for example, if you get a video through Sage Research Methods database, what you can do is you can select certain time frames within that video, and you can share only that particular clip. So you save them, you create an account in the database, and then you can share that particular clip. Alternatively, again, you can digitize a part of a DVD or a part of a video from the libraries, but please bear with us as this might sometimes be subject to certain restrictions and might require some time. So, but this is important if you're preparing, let's say, for your quote unquote reading list. So if you want your students to have a look at something during a semester, please be in contact with us so that we can work on your material accordingly. And again, if you are creating your own videos, IT Academics advises us to post them on Microsoft Stream. If you need help with this, please be in contact with them. And otherwise, if you're sharing on Moodle, ideally speaking, you need to share the link. So it's either the link through the database, whereby the student is actually logging in with their AUB Net account, or a link from YouTube, as Fatma had showed us, or something that is under Creative Commons law. But don't share the link if it's something that we cannot share and we cannot restrict the access to, please. Now, I'm going to leave the floor to Carla Shalhoub. who's the head of Access, and today she's gonna be our also copyright and fair use expert. Carla, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Sahar. So as Sahar said, I will be talking a little bit about copyright. How can we use what is considered fair use? So first, number one, you have to make sure that you are using a legitimate video. My colleagues already talked about you can be 100% sure that this is legitimate once you are using collection. You can be sure that the video is legitimate if you are using a video from the list of videos. Just need to use some videos available out there over the internet. Not everything is not eligible. You just have to make sure it's legitimate, whether it was lawfully made or lawfully acquired or lawfully made public. Another thing very important, please, whenever you want to use the LMS, be it Moodle or any other LMS, if you are this, it's 100% sure you have to link to the video. Link to the video or link to the chapter in this video or link to the video clip created. And then students will be able to log in using their own credentials. This is very important because this is specified in every license we sign. The providers ask us to ask our faculty to use. Now, sometimes some faculty would approach the library and would ask us to copy a video. Sometimes this can be done. So if you are copying a video, something very important to do is please do not use more than the amount needed to transfer your message to your students. So if you can copy part of the video, it's best to do that. Place the video in the of your course. If it serves a pedagogical purpose, do not use it as just as an entertainment. Something very important to also to pay attention to, limit the access to the video to students enrolled in the course only, especially if the videos are from our databases. In most licenses, access to these materials are available for our community only. And I will tell you how to do that. So how can I limit access only to the students enrolled in the course? You can post the videos on Microsoft Stream. So if we have copied a video for you, if we have copied a video, it doesn't mean that you can send it by email to your students. You can put it on Microsoft Stream. This is the safest way. Why? Because this will limit the students' ability to download, copy, or redistribute the video. When you put this video on Microsoft Stream, students will be able to view it and to watch it. And this is very helpful if you want them to watch it their own. Next, please. Sahar, next. Ensure that access is terminated whenever you are done with the video. And don't just put all the material of the course. When it comes to the videos, if I need this video for this week only, I post it this week and then I remove it. And I'm talking here about the videos you are on Microsoft. You are putting links to the videos from our databases or from YouTube, you can keep it for the semester. But if you are uploading a video on Microsoft Stream, a video that cannot be downloaded by students or shared with any other party, just put it for the period you need it. Definitely provide attributions to known copyright owners of the videos. Now, another extremely important thing to pay attention to, if you are playing a video and in synchronous, record the session. Because if you are recording the session and playing the video as is, this means you are copying the video. And then if you you record the session to send it later on to the students to listen to it, right? And this is not acceptable if you are playing a video. You can play a video with your students, but do not record the session. And then best practice usually is, while you are playing the video, pause a little bit, discuss the points you need to discuss. Now, when using YouTube videos, make sure first that the content has been lawfully created and posted. And as my colleague said, link to the video instead of posting it on the LMS. We as AUB, we cannot control the YouTube, the videos posted on YouTube. So you just make sure that it has been lawfully created and posted. Now, I had a question from a faculty member asking me if they can log in with an synchronous session to show the students a video. The answer is no. Why? Because Netflix and Amazon, they have detailed membership agreements that may forbid the streaming of subscribed content in a classroom or other public venue. Usually, the subscription for these services are individual. So you can direct your students to Netflix. They can watch the video at their own pace. They come to the, you can, next please. And the last thing to pay attention to, and it's a best practice, is to discourage further distribution by including a notice on the LMS. If you want on the syllabus, you can put that the course material, including the videos, all the Lebanese copyright law on the protection of literary and artistic property of Lebanon, number 75, 3 April 1999. They are available for the use of students in, and writes the name of your course only. Further reproduction, posting, whether in print or digital, and or distribution is strictly prohibited, as it may constitute a copyright infringement. Like this, you have informed your students that all course materials, including video, cannot be the use of only this class. Next, please. Okay, we are here, AUB librarians are here to help you in case you need advice on finding videos, in case you want to make sure that your content is legitimate to use in your online class. We have a LibGuide on content. Whenever you doubt, you may ask us. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. Before we leave you with the Contact Us page and we start the Q&A, we also want to remind you of the research guides at the libraries. Here are, there's like a list of some of the useful ones for this topic, but we also have a lot of subjects that are discussed in those guides, and guides are really a one-stop subject by course. They can be created especially for you, so please make use of those guides. And of course, like Carla said, when in doubt, always check with us, send us an email, call us. We have also a chat service, and keep up with our news on our website and on our social media for upcoming webinars and other news. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to start with reading the questions. We had a couple of them, and I have Dr. Fakhan who raised his hand. I'm going to unmute you, Dr. Fakhani, if you'd like to ask us something.
Okay, quickly, can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I wanted to know, I heard, but sometimes because of the amount of information given in the presentation, it was hard for me to retain some that I think is relevant to me. Two things. If I want to put videos for my online courses on Moodle, I understood from the presentation that instead of posting the video itself, I post only the links and let the students go through that link. And am I right?
Yes, this is the main idea. Carla, would you like some?
Yes, yes, Dr. Fakhani.
Okay, good.
In case you are getting videos from the AUB databases, use the permanent link so every student can log in using their AUB credentials.
Okay.
Now, if you have a video, if you ask the library to copy a video, you have a copy of the video, it's not available in the OERs we talked about or in our collection, then you can post it on Microsoft Stream, so you can only provide a view mode for the students. Did I answer your question?
This is another issue.
Yes.
Yes, you did. But I need a little bit to tweak it a little bit. You mentioned we use WebEx in our school, or at least myself. So how can I post while I'm giving a live presentation? How can I access a video and show it to my students? And maybe ask them questions about it at the end and get some interactive discussions. You mentioned Microsoft Team, right? Only?
Yes, I mentioned
Stream.
Stream, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What about WebEx? We can't?
You can record the session if the video has copyright restrictions. If it's a YouTube video, I think you can share it as you are giving the synchronous session. No, the ideal way to do it would be sharing the link or uploading it on Microsoft Stream for them, for only those with AUBNet accounts to be able to access it, or for only those that you allow access to be able to view it. Does that make things a bit clear?
Yes, yes. Yes, I'm done.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Fakhani.
Well, thank you, Sahar. Thank you very much.
Okay, so someone asked to share the LibGuides links. I shared them on the chat. Of course, this session is recorded, so we'll be sharing it as well. We have a question regarding how do we protect the videos that we created. I think the short answer would be to also use the same platforms that IT academics are referring us to, which is the Microsoft Stream, if we have to share. Carla, is there anything else you would recommend to protect their own videos?
No, Hiba, if you are asking how can you share the video with the students so they cannot share it with a third party, you use Microsoft Stream, the students will be able to view only. Now, if you are asking about the video, if you created the video, do you own it? This is something you have to be in terms of material if you are teaching at AUB. But if you mean that you created a video, you don't want anyone to share your video, then yes, the technology, the best technology to use, and we do have access to it as AUB as part of our 365 subscription, is Microsoft Stream. It's the only way to protect your video You can always ask IT academics help on how you can upload this video on Microsoft Stream. And in Microsoft Stream, you can create channels. In these channels, you specify the students you would like them to view the video. So you don't put them as owner. Owners only can edit, and then the rest can view only the video.
Thank you, Carla. We also have a question. So if it's an asynchronous lecture and we record the lecture with a recording from Sage embedded in the video and post to YouTube, is that okay? So no, we are not allowed to, I mean, we're not allowed to post the Sage content on video. I think I answered incorrectly. But what you can do is you send the link from Sage database to your class. That's fine, because the link by itself will request that the students sign in with their AUB net account to access it. So that's okay. And we have Catherine's hands up. I'm going.
Can I add one thing here, please?
Sure.
Sometimes faculty, like Dr. Fakhani asked, you go to WebEx, you open a video and you play it in class. This is okay, but do not record the session. Recording the session means copying the video. So do not record the session and then send it to the students. If you want to do that, you may do that. If you want to record the discussion, you can just start the session by not recording the video. You stop recording the session and you start recording the discussion only. And when you want to go back to the video, you stop the recording. You may do that. Okay. So you record the discussion about the video only.
I understand. So you solved it. If I'm in a session, let's say 2-hour session, and okay, I start the video 1 hour after the start of my session, I stop recording, they see the video, then I resume recording after that when I continue with the class with discussions and other things.
Yes, fine? Yes.
Good. Good
okay,
to learn.
Dr. Catherine has her hand up. I'm going to unmute her.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Yeah. So I just wanted to know, like, I know that I learned about this whole idea of fair use, and so I was trying to understand the how fair use applies to videos. So can we even also just directly email Sage or another database provider of video and say, you know, we're doing this lecture, it's for academic use, we want to post it, or normally people never do that?
Usually, no. To post it, why do you want to post it? I mean, you can provide the link.
No, just because. Yeah. No, the only reason I was saying, like say that you're doing a 1 hour lecture, okay, and yes, there's like a 2-minute video. So I just did a test right now. I looked on Sage while you were talking, and I looked at Sage. I said, oh, that's great. There's like a 2-minute clip, and I have a 1 hour lecture. If I want to put that clip in like at minute 22 of my lecture, and that's 2 minutes. And then the whole thing, it would be an asynchronous lecture that we post on YouTube and put into Moodle, because we were told by IT that YouTube is good for the streaming, right? So I just was wondering, now it's not essential, but I'm just wondering what the possibilities are. I understand how we can just link it. Maybe we could link it and tell them to watch it before the class, for example.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, we can always get in contact. We always have specific people for each database provider. So if you prefer to do that, we can get in contact with them and then ask them. They might accept if it's a clip, like 2 minutes. If it's not the whole video, sometimes, yes, they do accept. We can ask for the permission. And sometimes it's they specify this in the license we sign. So we can double check. If it's not available out there in the license, we can send them an email and then ask them. There is no harm to ask.
Yeah, exactly. Or like you said, they can watch it before, but I'm saying if it made more sense, like, you know, halfway through your lecture to show that particular clip, that's all.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm waiting to see if there are any other questions. And I'm guessing regarding this discussion, I mean, there were a lot of exceptions during this remote teaching phase, but I'm guessing for videos, it's not that easy to let them go. I second Carla's opinion about this, but I mean, like she said, it's not a bad idea in case something is really like very important, and if it's easier for you to share it as a downloaded video. But then again, I mean, with those platforms that we have, I'm guessing we should be okay. We can upload it, and students will be able to watch it. So. Okay, there are no more questions in the chat. I'm going, I think we're going to wait a couple of minutes just to see if anybody has something to say, or if anybody has any questions.
So where are you going to post the recorded, this recorded session?
We're going to post it on the library's YouTube channel, and we're going to, of course, send it to all the attendees, the recording.
Okay.
And I mean, if you'd like to share it, we're more than happy, of course.
If I share it with my colleagues in the school who were not able to attend.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
This is public. It's our pleasure.
Thank you, Sahar, and the team, the entire team.
Okay, Carla, there's one more question. I think, I don't know if we answered it, which is, can we share video on repositories?
Okay.
Can you tell us a bit more of what exactly you are referring to, or if Carla or Fatmi have the answer?
Yes. If you have created the video, did you create the video in the context of teaching at AUB? Then you have to follow the AUB policy regarding who is the owner of this video. You as a faculty member, when you create a video, if you are a part-timer, can you use the same video in another institution? Copyright owner, you can do whatever you want. If you are not the copyright owner, then you cannot share it like this, open access in repositories. If you have created this video using a Creative Commons license, it depends on which license you have followed. Yani some licenses allow you to share, some licenses allow you to revise. So it really depends, Hiba. There are many possibilities here. AUB, for only AUB students, you cannot post it open access in repositories. Unless you are talking about putting this in AUB's repository, then this is a different story. I hope that I have answered your question.
Well, you did wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for attending. Let's keep the conversation going. So we'll be waiting for, any questions you have, any concerns. Carla and Fatmi, thank you so much. And we hope this was informative. And we wish you a good afternoon/evening.
Thank you, everyone, for attending. Thank you, Sahar. And anytime, if you have any questions, you may always ask us. You may email us. You may call us.
Yes, please do. Thank you, everyone.